I'm good.
I'll be all right.
You'll play next week, though, no problem.
No doubt. No doubt.
Take us through the process of this week. Where was the uncertainty, or did you always know you were playing in your head?
I was kind of nervous, but I just wanted to go through the protocol. A couple of days where I was kind of ticked off about results here and there, but it got better. I just had to trust in the doctors, trust in Mark to, do the right stuff and make sure I'm on the right path to coming back. So, and now I look at it, I'm glad that they held me back on some days, and I may have felt good, on Sunday, but didn't feel too good on Monday. So they did a great job.
It looked like on one of those first runs you got outside of the pocket, you went head to turf. Any butterflies, or how are you feeling?
No, I was good. That was probably one thing that I was kind of nervous about. Like, what if I'm actually gonna, run down and hit my head one time, just see how it feels. But after that happened the first time, I was kind of good to go.
Walk us through that last drive. It seemed like something out of a Disney movie. You come back from the bench, you run in, you get carried off the field after diving into the end zone. What was going on through your head that entire drive?
Just mood of change, trusting my guys. Those guys worked their tail off all week, and me having a couple of days of practice in, I just wanted to just go out there and do what I had to do to get us in the right position to win. And Coach Raleigh and Coach Cav told us if we wanted to win, we was gonna have to put a drive together because one, they tried to keep the ball away from us early in the game. They were managing the clock well, and we had to make sure that we put our defense in the right situation. We came out first drive, scored, tied the game up, and being able to just go down there and have a long drive like we did, and punch it in for a touchdown and get us the lead, and just put the ball game in the hands of our defense. They did a great job of working their tails off to get 2 stops.
Tommy, starting from your 9 on that drive, and with your being hobbled, what did you kind of think you guys would try to do that series offensively?
Everything. They asked me before, was I able to run? Was I able to, scramble out and throw the ball if I needed to? And I told them, yeah. It was just something that I just had to suck up and say, hey, I'll be okay. At the end of the day, I only have 1 quarter left to get out there and work my tail off to get the ball in their hands. So I just told them just open up the playbook. If we needed to run quarterback runs, I was there to run. If we needed to throw the ball and have some scrambles with myself outside the pocket, I could do that too. So.
You feel like you're in a pretty good throwing rhythm, and you had some passes on that drive that were pretty key. Did you feel through the game you're in a little bit of a rhythm where you've been in recent weeks?
Yeah, but the receivers did a great job making guys miss. We knew what they were going to give us. We just made sure that we got the ball out wide, being accurate with the ball and being on time. It really helps with those guys, definitely in open field, how they play.
What did you see on that touchdown run, and at what point did you start to feel start to hurt there?
Honestly, it kind of got to me when I crossed the goal line. I planted on my leg and kind of felt like a quick shot up my thigh. So I think I'll be all right. They just make sure everything is fine. But at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that I'm out there with those guys, working my tail out to win games.
After the last 2 weeks, how important was it to kind of get things back on course tonight?
That was important. Honestly, I told those guys, this week's not really about me. It's about the team. It's a lot of what's happening with me and whether I'm going to play or not. And I told them, hey, you guys just prepare like you guys need to, and I'm going to be taking mental notes. And they always ask me, was I going to play? And my mindset, like I told Jordan, I said on Sunday and Monday that I was going to play. Regardless, I wanted to be out there with those guys, and they prepared the right way. Riker did a great job of stepping in and making sure that he was ready, and they believe in him, just like they believe in me. He did a great job when he needed to go in there and make plays, and at the end of the day, we just got to be prepared for anything. But this last 2 weeks before this last game, we just had to make sure that we let it go. A lot of guys hanging their heads here and there about losing, but at the same time, you got to realize we're still 7-2. We control our own destiny. This is one of the teams that in a three-way tie with us, and we know that they have Wisconsin ahead in their schedule. So we had to make sure we won this game, definitely put ourselves in the right situation just in case something like that happens where Minnesota ends up beating Wisconsin. So we just want to win out, keep winning, and yeah, we can go from there.
What'd you say when Foster and Farmer carried you off the field?
Honestly, I told them to put me down at first. I just wanted to sit down. They're like, no, we got you. Come here. So they just picked me up, and I was like, all right, whatever. And Mark's just like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, is your ankle? I was like, nah, it's my hammy. He's like, all right, you're done. I was like, okay.
Why did he say you were done?
Just having that lead, and, we had Riker definitely being able to go in there and make plays like they did late in the game. We knew he was ready. They just wanted to make sure I was okay, and not being able to put any pressure on my leg without my hammy hurting kind of, eliminated me right off the bat. So, like I said, I'm going to rehab as much as I can, get ready for this week. I have 2 weeks left. Definitely my last home game here. I won't be sitting out for that, guarantee you that.
You, a week ago at this time, you're either in the hospital or running back from it. Can you just tell us what's gone through your head about big picture here? I mean, what a week this has been for you?
Honestly, a bunch of symbols and a bunch of letters and numbers. This last week has been going through my head. Definitely with this whole protocol thing. But, after that, I just wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision for myself. But being able to pass the test 2 times out of 3 times I took it. And, just making sure that it was a smart decision for my future. My coaches respected it no matter what. Mark and those guys did a great job of making sure I was okay each and every day I came in, and making sure that they stayed on the protocol of practice and running, and making sure I made sure that I did all those steps before I actually got in the game and played. So they did a great job. I thank them a lot for it, of making sure that they think about the student first before the athlete, of just going out there and playing. So they did a great job of making sure that I was okay, and I think I made the right decision by trusting those guys to put me in the right steps to playing this week.
So you said that 2 out of 3, so one of them you didn't pass early in the week?
Oh, yeah. The first one I passed. The second one I didn't do as well, which was probably on that Monday. I didn't do as well on that I did on the first one, so they made me take it again, which was on that Tuesday. So I passed it that time. They compared. Yeah, they wanted to compare it to the one on Sunday right after it happened to make sure that I was okay. Because after, I think, 24 to 48 hours, you have to make sure that, everything's with your brain and everything is functioning the right way, and it's kind of similar. That was the days where I was kind of, ticked off because, passing it and then failing it was kind of like, okay, well, I passed it already, so why I got to take it again? But, that's what they do. They're professionals at that, of making sure that everything is in right before you get out there and do all the plays and contact and all that. So I thank them again for it.
What goes through your mind whenever you get banged up and you have thousands of people in the stadium chanting your name? It happened at Ohio State even, and especially again here tonight.
Honestly, I just don't want to let those guys down. Unfortunately, that last one, I couldn't do anything about that one. But, it sucks to go down here and there. But, I trusted in those guys, like I said, Mark and the trainers, and to put me in the right situation to go out there. And, the first time I tweaked my ankle a little bit, but, I was okay. It's the difference between playing hurt and injured. So, everybody's banged up. Getting banged up out there, I just wanted to make sure I was okay. And, tightened up my spat a little bit and was able to go out there and run and do some step backs, quarterback drops, and I just told him I was fine. And, we went out there and made that drive happen to win the game.
Do you think OA Gerald held up in front of you?
He did a great job. I think he's honestly, him and others, well, I wouldn't say just him and Utter. Him, Utter, and Nick are kind of that attitude towards that offensive line. So, having him back, it kind of drove that offensive line to just go out there and do what they do. They've been missing that guy, and Sam did a great job of filling in for him. But they did a great job of rotating and making sure that Gerald was fitting into the mix, and I think he did a great job. He had my back here and there in certain times, and they did a great job, him and Nick, of like I said, it's a lot of guys banged up. You know, it's late in the season, but they're doing a great job of just going out there and playing for each other.
Anything else for Tommy?
Hey, you tied Eric Crouch today I know you're not a record guy, but you tied Eric Crouch for touchdowns. Does that maybe mean anything to you? Maybe look back in a year and think it's kind of cool?
It always means something after the season, but right now I'm just, trying to stay healthy and just trying to, move on next week. As long as we making plays and winning games, that's all that matters right now.